Hello. I just want to get on and just talk to you just a minute about the hedge of protection in its fullness. You know, God have put a hedge of protection around each and every one of us. In Job 1 and 10, Satan, this is what he says to God. He said, have you not put a hedge of protection around Job? And then I began to study that hedge of protection. And what I came up with is back in the Bible times, to put a fence, a border around the living compound, they would use thorns. They would induce thorns as a border because the brick, it was too exorbitant and the wood was too tedious. So they would get thorns and induce it around the compound to keep animals, bears and hyenas and lions from coming in, especially to prevent them from getting to the livestock. And then I began to really think about that. I began to think about the hedge of protection, and the inference that I came up with was not only did they surround the compound to prevent things from coming in, but it was also, God wanted to put that hedge around us to prevent us from going out. Prevent us from going outside of the borders of God. Because see, when we get outside of God's borders, there's pride, there's envy, there's jealousy, there's fornication, there's sin. So not only do God put a hedge of protection around us to keep people and other sources, outside sources, from coming in upon us, but he also does it to prevent us from going out. 2 Corinthians 12, Paul pleaded with God. He said, Lord, take it away from me. There's a thorn in my flesh. 3 times he begged God to take the thorn away from him. And God said, no, my grace is sufficient. My power is made perfect in your weakness. But here's the kicker. Here's the nugget. The thorn prevented Paul from becoming prideful. Paul tried to go outside the compound. He caught a thorn and came back in the compound. I said, Paul, he got a thorn in his side. He tried to go outside the compound. He got a thorn and stepped back in. Because on the outside was pride. It was a thorn that prevented him from becoming prideful. See, there's some things in your life that you're dealing with. It has been put there for a preventative measure, not to harm you, not to hurt you. Don't be weary in well-doing.